again, and we're on a new lake. Like I said, I started my new job last week, and the hours I'm working now, it's going to be hard for me to fish the water park as much as I'd like to. I think the gates shut around sort of 6 or 7. I don't finish work till 6:30, and then I have to be back the next day at 8, sort of Monday to Friday. So it's not killed it, but I'll have to probably use some holiday and to fish that one anyway. So anyway, it got me thinking. Thought, I need a venue. I need somewhere where I can turn up whenever, leave whenever, and carry on with my fishing and carry on with these vlogs. This lake just absolutely fell on my lap. One of there's a customer actually. He come into the store the other day. I'm now working for Crafty Catcher. He come in to get some bait, and we got talking, and he said he owned a private estate lake, and I managed to blag a ticket. I don't know how, I'll never get any luck. I managed to get my boy one as well, who's also fishing with me today. So anyway, we walked down it yesterday, had a look, and it's beautiful. It's not very big, maybe 3 acres, but it's very silty, shallow. Lots of lily pads, reed lined margins, overhanging trees. It just looks, you sort of see over my shoulder here, like how sort of wild and overgrown it is. The swims ain't too pampered, just proper old school fishing. Sort of reminds me of when I was a kid. I'm trying to think, fish wise, not too sure. It's just no one fishes it. I mean, we're here today, it's Friday, we're the only ones here, there's no cars in the car park. And the guy basically said, the owner, bailiff, whatever, said that it's like that all the time. So it's what more can you ask for? Now, fish stocks, I don't think there's nothing massive in here. I think there's a half decent head of 20s, sort of mid to upper 20s really. But who knows? It could be anything in here. And I think me and my boy are going to be spending a bit of time in here, introducing a bit of bait, and yeah, just see what happens really. So we're going to call it the mystery or the quiet lake. I'm not sure. I'll think about it later. But all I know is the fish are old. Some proper scaly ones in here, like originals. There's some koi. There is ghosties. We've seen a couple of ghosties already. Haven't seen any koi yet, but I know there's some in here. Tench, bream, that kind of thing. And also there's a few barbel in here, which is a bit weird. I'm not really one for still water barbel, but it'd be something a little bit different, wouldn't it? So at the moment we are just doing a day. I'm on short time today. I'll have to work tomorrow, so it's kind of a recce. Probably be quite a short video. I'm going to walk around the lake a little bit, show you a few swims, show you what we're doing, and hopefully winkle one out nice and early. But until something happens, I'm going to have a little chill, keep my eye on the water, and get back to you in a bit. Right, so just quickly, this is my swim. To the right of me you've got the main body of the water, then it sort of narrows right down, comes down into this channel, then works down into the shallows at the top end. Now at the back here, going all the way back down a little bit further on, there's like a no fishing sort of out of bounds area. So I have a bait just here, the opening of the channel, so any fish coming from through the back there hopefully come across it, or vice versa going in the other way. So that's the right hand rod. The left hand rod is tucked right around the corner around here. They've got a group of pads here, and they sort of come right the way around to the back. So this one is kind of fishing off to the left, kind of down the margin on the back of the pads, both on just little white pop-ups, singles. I've sprayed a little bit of boilie around it, not too much, and that's my game plan. But like I said, not too serious today, just kind of trying to gauge it, and yeah, just learn a few things from it. My boy is, let's spin this round. My boy is just up the bank here. Let's see if I can get a general gist. He's sort of taking the pads route. I think he has one on the edge of the pads here, it's over a little bit of particle, and the other one sort of tucked under this canopy on a solid bag. Looking down the lake, You can see where it widens up the top end there. We did see a little bit of fizzing up there earlier, but not too much to go on. And then as we come down here, we sort of walk down from the main body, it sort of narrows off, then goes into the outer bounds. So we thought we'd start here, sort of midpoint really, and try to sort of intercept them as they come through. Swims a, what let's say, nice bit of space. But I mean, look at that, it's just proper old school. If we walk up the bank, some trees that have been here for years, everything's overgrown, and so it's looked after, but not too much. This is, like I say, the outer bound sort of goes around the back there, follows right through to the top here, but my left hand rod is kind of down here. I've come around to this swim and I've handed a little bit of bait in, it's a little bit of chop boilie. Yeah, but it's just a beautiful place to be. It's quiet, you're sort of right in the middle of nowhere, there's no cars, there's no nothing, and right up my street. Would be nice if there was a couple of chunks in here, but I don't know, you can't have it all your own way. But just to fish today would be nice. That's all we're fishing for, just fishing for a bite, and just getting this quiet lake campaign off to a start. My rods are angled over there, fishing not tight clutches but not too loose, so there's a lot of pads, overhanging trees and that sort of thing, so I don't want to give them too much leeway. But yeah, it's a little bit about the lake. Like I say, I can't tell you too much because I don't know a lot myself. But yeah, I'm just going to sit back now and hopefully get a nice early bite. It's around about maybe 7 o'clock now. Got here at sort of 5, half 5. So I've not been fishing long. But yeah, hopefully we'll report back with a fish. Dumbing the pads. That is the problem. Just keep the pressure on him. He is well in there. Oh, it's still on. Always there. Concern as well with barbless hooks, but you need to keep that pressure on all the time. It's slowly coming out. Come on. I had that locked up fairly tight. I still managed to get right in there. Fish is still there. What to do? It's definitely still on. It's pulling me on now. Gutted, lost it. Even though I was fishing fairly locked up, it just ran left and went straight under the pads. Sometimes in that situation you can sort of let off and lay the rod down for a little while and the fish can sort of work its way out, but it's a barbless rule on here, unfortunately, so you have to keep that tension on all the time. But after a minute or so, a couple of minutes, I realised that he weren't coming out, so probably the safest thing for the fish was to say give it a little bit of slack line, and fortunately the hook popped out and the fish is okay. So I've got the rig back, and while we're out I'll go through it. I've gone through it before, but this is an old estate lake, so it's really silty, been here for God knows how many years. So I'm fishing just a 2-ounce lead. I'm only fishing 10 wraps if that. Again, it's just on a length for lead cord, and then if I can get it, just your faithful little Ronnie rig. Again, it's probably on a 7-inch hook link. A little counterbalance weight there. That is a barbless size 6 claw, and I have a little mini rig ring, just with a bit of floss on it. I like fishing the helicopters, because what happens is if you fish with like a I don't know, so this a lead clip or an inline lead, when you've got deep silt like this, what happens is the lead obviously goes plumbing into the silt, and as the hook link will generally be in front of the lead, it will just take that in with it, just bury it. So this way what happens is basically the lead will bury into the silt, this rig will slide back up the line and just nestle nicely on top of the silt or the debris. So that's generally how I fish weed, and silt as well, sorry. and it just gives you that better presentation. You know, you know you're fishing. If I was fishing you know, a leg clip or something like that, I'd constantly be worried that the whole thing was just buried under all that crap, and the fish will find it and root it out. But I like to have it just sitting on top, make sure my hook link's clean, and you've got every chance of a bite. But anyway, I'm gonna lick my wounds. Hello. Yep, I'm gonna lick my wounds and get this back out on the spot. Still good though, you know, a couple of hours we've had a bite, that's the main thing. Right, so after the loss of that fish, we were chilling out, minding their own business, and then randomly 2 guys turned up. The old Carp bus. The 2 guys turned up, members, you know, on the syndicate or whatever. But the whole lake was empty, and they decided to sit directly beside us, either side. So that wasn't ideal. So what me and Jake done was we wound in. We thought we'd go for a little walk around the lake and see if we can find some fish. Moved up to the top end of the lake, it narrows sort of right in, and yeah, there's a few fish in there. So we thought that would do. So we went back and got the gear, and I was just about to get the rods out, and all of a sudden the old stomach started to rumble, and I definitely need a bit of a mud monkey. I mean, look at this, look at this. This is all the surroundings of the lake, and I am now trying to find the toilet. Apparently there's one down here, but I'm not walking with too much confidence, and I'm worried if I've walked the wrong way here, I haven't got the strength for my bow to keep it in on the walk back. I'm gonna stop chatting. I'm gonna find the old shit house. Oh, hello. I think we found it. Is that it? Yes. We went the right way. Right. Oh my god. I'm struggling here, boys. I'm going to slide out this mud turtle. Currently sliding one out. But yeah, as far as fishing toilets go, so my little winner. I needed that though, man. Quite needed that. Right, that's better. I feel like someone should buy me a bunch of flowers because I just gave birth to a 9-pound baby. Anyway. Ditch. I'm putting that in. Don't you worry. Yeah, the reason I got the camera back out, it's not so I can do some more poo jokes, even though I legit needed a dump. But on the way down here, just as I turn the camera off, there's deer everywhere. They're like big stags, you know, with the old horns and that. And it's just you know, I've lived in Ipswich and Suffolk my whole life. This lake, it's actually a complex. There's actually 3 lakes here. It's only max 10 minutes down the road, and I never knew it was here. You know, so I live in like in an estate, so houses and blah blah blah. But you know, being around here, you could just be like a million miles away from it. You just never know. But yeah, I got the camera out on the off chance that we come across another deer. Everyone likes a bit of nature, don't they? I think that's one of the. There's one. I don't know if you can see it. It's a muntjac. Where are we? Just there. Oh, see him running off? Probably can't see it. It's not actually a muntjac, actually. It's actually a road deer. But yeah, like I was saying, we all look a bit in nature. I think, you know, that's one of the reasons we go, innit? You know, it's just to get away from the hustle and bustle of work. And oh, there's another one in there. Literally everywhere, full of wildlife. Such a beautiful place. But yeah, Is he in there? I think he's ducking down. I'm not going to scare him. Well, anyway, enough of the old Bellamy stuff. I'm going to get down to my swim, get a couple of rods out, and then we'll have a catch up, and we'll talk through plan B. And hopefully, fingers crossed, my boy will get one. I think these last 5 or 6 sessions, where's the light gone? Yeah, 5 or 6 sessions, bless him, he's not managed to put one on the mat yet. He's a more than capable angler, and but he keeps plodding on, and he really deserves one. So really my target of the day is to really get one on the mat. I've put him in what I think is a decent swim, and I've just sort of dropped into the left of him really. But yeah, like I say, I'll stop talking, we'll get down to the swim and we'll catch up with plan B. Right, so we're in the new swim. Jake's to the right of me, just down there. Might have a look at his swim in a bit, but don't think he likes being on camera. I think he's too cool for that. But yeah, the left hand rod, you can't really see, I've got a big group of pads in front of me. There's a gap in between. So the left hand rod is sort of like in between the gap. The right hand rod is just down the margin here. Haven't got a pod, it's decking, so I've had to sort of bodge it a little bit, but we're in. It's stable enough. So yeah, fingers crossed we'll get that bite, but even more so, fingers crossed he gets one. Come on. Come out, mate. He's deep. Oh, he's out. Put him out. He's only a babby. He's only a babby. Still though. Oh, what a surprise. Bloody common. Do you know what? I cannot remember the last mirror I caught.
Chand.
Well, he's only a little one, but we're off the mark. Well, we're off the mark. It's only a baby. Now, this lake is well known for having sort of really scaly old mirrors, but for whatever reason at the moment I cannot get away from the commons. Like I say, it's certainly no monster, but it's a new fish from the lake, first fish, sorry, so it's very welcome. Bit angry. They say never work with kids or animals. Come on, buddy. Have your picture taken. Be YouTube famous for a minute. Oh. Sure you all go through this. Not a lot you can do about it, really. Easy, buddy. Think we're good. So there you go. A little quiet lake. Oh. A little quiet lake common. All right, hopefully, easy buddy. Hopefully there's a few more of them. We're gonna slip this one back and hopefully get a bigger one.
Let's see how the old man's getting on. Oi, I'm hungry.
I knew this time would come, Jake. That can only mean one thing.
And now it's time. And now it's time. And now it's time. Cooking with Damo.
Right, well, obviously we wasn't planning on fishing today, so I didn't think I'd be doing a cooking with Damo, but I didn't want to let the channel down. Now, we only bought sandwiches and stuff today, so we will be eating, but as I'm unprepared, I thought I'd take a survival type look upon it and forage around, okay, and see what we can get for free. Okay, so let's just pretend that we've come fishing or we're stuck in the wilderness, we've got nothing to eat, and we need to survive. Right, so looking in the animal kingdom, one of the big animals is the cow. What do cows eat? Grass. So we're going to get some grass, like that. Green's always healthy anyway. Well, let's get some grass. Another good thing I have seen as well is the old stinging nettles. So we're going to take some of that. That's what he says. Right, so that's nice, that's healthy. Well, what else can we get? Looking round, looking round. Follow me, Jake. I have a cameraman today, so we can be on the move. Ferns. It's green, it's got to be healthy, hasn't it? So we've got grass, stinging nettle and fern. Now, we'll lay this to one side. The only thing we're really missing I can think of is meat. So we need to find some sort of animal or creature. Now, I remember from being a kid, normally you look under rocks and stones and stuff. So I'm going to forage around here. And got it. Unbelievable. There we go. Look at that. There we go. Just found it, just under log there. This is natural habitat for the sausage roll. Right, so that's a bit of a result. But just goes to show you, with 2 minutes looking around, we now have a substantial meal. I'm going to plate that up and show you what it looks like. Guys, so there you go. 2 minutes of effort, and I've made an absolutely beautiful meal that even I think Gordon Ramsay would be proud of. There you go, look at that. And again, all for free.
So you're actually going to eat that, Dad?
And my bollocks.
Oh.
I'm cooking with Amo.
Well, the boy is setting the mat up because he just had one. And obviously it was a mirror. So he's well chuffed. This looks to be a good mid-double, nice clean mirror. So we're going to get the mat ready, get it wet, and then I'll let him show you his fish.
Blanks. Finally bagged myself a fish, pretty glad with it. Mirror, unlike what he can catch. But it's an alright fish.
Yeah, well done, mate.
First session on the new lake, feels good.
Well done, dude. It's a pucker, isn't it? Almost a leather. Have a look. There you go, lovely fish. Well done. Great start to your campaign, buddy. Well done, buddy. Happy days. Yeah, I'm glad he finally managed to get one. He's done a lot of fishing lately. He's put in a lot of hours. He's tried hard, and it's just one of them things that hasn't happened for him. No fault of his own. It's just it's you against Mother Nature at the end of the day. But yeah, he's finally managed to put one in the net. So he's happy. I'm happy. Both had a fish. It's a great start to a new water. And hopefully many more to come. Well guys, sadly that's the end of another one. The old car bus is packed. The boy's waiting impatiently. I think he's tired and I think he needs a poo. We're going to be down again next week. We're going to be doing a few vlogs on here, some new water, and I want to get to know it a little bit. We will still carry on with the water park, but I think the next few vlogs will be down here. So a like and subscribe would be awesome. Again, don't feel like you need to. I think we're nearly on 100 now, so I'm chuffed with that. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.